noted that one of the reset agendas set this year is with issues of governance and administration, and coming to the issue of club memberships to the BFA. BFA this year will be rolling out KYC for all teams that are affiliated to BFA or that are in Botswana and associated to BFA, because we are essentially trying to follow what the government also is imposing in terms of compliance by companies and societies, in that we will only be associating ourselves with legally registered and functioning teams, that is if they are compliant with the statutes of the country. Therefore, we expect all teams in Botswana to have their certificates of incorporation, to have their certificates of registration at the societies as well, and their annual returns, the constitutions and the likes for submission to the BFA, as we'll be now re-registering those teams with us as the association. Moving on, in 2020, due to the pandemic, BFA implemented a policy that teams were allowed to register up to a maximum of 40 players. This was done in light that should the majority of the players fall sick or get infected with COVID, there will be a whole lot other players to replace those that have been infected or in quarantine. And this policy, NEC today has resolved that it should come to an end at the end of this 2022 season, and teams will revert to the registration of maximum 30 players per team. But this is for teams at the national leagues, being Botswana Football League teams and First National Division teams. Because we are all about development at this point, we are letting teams that are at the amateur stage or amateur clubs to continue with the 40 maximum player registration. This is in line with the new RSTPs that enforce that, or that compel the teams at amateur level to at least have 10 senior players and 30 maximum development players. And development players, we are talking about players who are under the age of 20 years. So we are giving that allowance for amateur clubs to develop themselves and also to develop the players who will later, play for the national teams and also be able to field in the national leagues such as the BFL and the First Division. Thank you.